Hello students, welcome to online English class conducted by Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, Andhra Pradesh. How are you students? I think you are all doing well and following the safety rules. Today we are going to learn a story from reading task unit 1 class 7th. The task is read it yourself. Read it yourself. In this task, we have to read a story. Before that, I want to introduce you the characters of the story. Number 1. Tom, naughty, imaginative and mischievous boy, hero of the story. Ben Rogers, he was also mischievous boy. Number 3. Billy, friend of Tom. Johnny Miller, another friend of Tom. These 4 children we can see in the story. And another important character is there, Aunt Polly. She was Tom's aunt. She loved him very much and also she wanted to be very strict about Tom's affairs. Let's start the story. Tom was a young, imaginative and mischievous 12-year-old boy. Tom's mother had passed away. He was living with his Aunt Polly on the banks of the river Mississippi. She loved him as much as she loved her sister. The aunt knew that if you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. So, she wanted to be strict or he would grow up lazy and be spoiled. One day, the aunt thought herself, I will make him work tomorrow. It's mighty hard to make him work on Saturdays when all the boys are on a holiday. The aunt had asked Tom to paint the fence. From the first paragraph, Tom was very naughty boy, 12-year-old boy. Tom's parents died, so he was living with his aunt Polly. Polly loved him very much and she wanted to be strict because she wanted to let him grow in a right path. So, even Saturday holiday, she wanted to allot a work and she asked Tom to paint the fence. You know that fence made up of wood or wires. So students, you can understand from first paragraph about Tom and his aunt's mentality. Second paragraph. Saturday morning came. It was a bright day. The hill behind the village was covered with summer green. Tom appeared on the pavement with a bucket of whitewash and a long-handled brush. He surveyed the fence, 30 yards of broad fence and 9 feet high. Life to him seemed hollow and existence but a burden. Sighing, Tom dipped his brush and passed it along the topmost plank. He began to think of the fun he had planned for the day, like going for swimming, and his sorrows multiplied. Soon the boys who were free would come tripping along and they would ridicule him for having work to do. The very thought of it upset him. At this dark moment, he got a great, magnificent idea. He took up his brush and calmly resumed his work. In the second paragraph, Saturday was very bright, very sunny day. Their village has a very green surroundings. Tom appeared on the pavement with bucket of whitewash and a long handled brush. You can see that in the picture, and you can also understand what about fence. Now he started working, and he planned for the Saturday going for swimming and felt sorrow. His, he got upset of the thought. And another most, he that was a holiday, his friends come to ridicule him, that is also made upset. And he got an idea. He took his brush, calmly resumed. Resumed means work again, continue the work. So he calmly resumed his work. Third paragraph. There came Ben Rogers, the very mischievous boy of all boys, whose ridicule he had been dreading. Ben was eating an apple and seemed to be in high spirits. Tom went on whitewashing and paid no attention to Ben. Ben said, "Hello, you have got to work even on a holiday?" Tom replied, "I do not consider this as work because it gives me pleasure." Pleasure means happiness. He went on painting in the fence just like an artist. Ben was watching all that, and he was getting more and more interested. At last, Ben asked Tom, "Tom, let me whitewash a little." Tom answered negatively and saying, "My aunt is very particular about this fence, and everybody cannot paint the whole of it right way." Ben was getting very eager and asked Tom. So this is the third paragraph. In third paragraph, the another character entered, Ben Rogers. He was very mischievous. He always bullied, ridiculed Tom. Tom afraid of him, and Ben was eating an apple. He was very happy and enjoying the holiday. Tom went on whitewashing. He had paid no attention to Ben. He calmly going and he calmly continuing his work. Ben asked Tom, "Why are you working even holiday?" Tom replied, "It is not a work. It is not just a work. It's a this gives me pleasure, happiness. So I do not consider this as a work." And he went on painting. Ben watching all this and getting interested. At last, Ben asked Tom, "Let me paint the whitewash." Tom negatively answered, he reluctant to give the chance. Ben was getting eager and asking many times. "Tom, I will be very careful. Now let me try. I will give you half of my apple." Tom replied, "No, no, sorry, I can't let you. I am afraid." Ben begged him, "I will give you the whole apple." Then Tom gave him the brush, and Ben started painting white while Tom sat down happily in the shade of a tree eating the apple. So Ben got chance by giving his apple as gift to Tom, and he begged him to get a chance. Now Ben was painting and Tom was eating apple by sitting under the shade of the tree, and he was enjoying the apple. Poor Ben was sweating and was working under the sun for a long time. When Ben was tired, Tom gave the brush to Billy, who gave him his kite in return. Look at the picture. Billy with his kite, he gave his kite as a gift to get a chance to whitewash the fence. When Billy was tired, Johnny Miller gave his pair of marbles to Tom and took the brush. Now you can understand how Johnny Miller got a chance to paint the whitewash. Tom was really in wealth at the end of the day. So he got many presentations, many gifts. Everybody paid him a price to get a chance to whitewash the fence. They came to laugh at Tom, but he made them work. The whole fence was nicely whitewashed with 3 coats of paint within afternoon. Look here, students. Tom's behavior, how clever Tom was. All the other children came there to laugh at Tom, but Tom cleverly made them to work. In this way, we can understand Tom's creativity. When Aunt Polly saw the fence, she said in surprise, "Oh, Tom, you can work when you want to, only you hardly ever want to." She took him home and gave him the best apple she had and allowed him to go and play. Now, Aunt Polly got surprised and praised Tom. She gave the best apple and allowed him to go and play. So, you can understand the story, and now have a look about the author. Students, Mark Twain is a pen name of author. His real name was Samuel Langhorne Clemens. Look at the picture. He was the author of the story, and he was an American writer. He was best remembered as the man who gave the immortal characters of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. So, this topic extract from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, written by Mark Twain in 1876. So, you can understand the story. It's a wonderful story written by Mark Twain. Now, let's see glossary. Now, glossary. Number 1, fence. A structure that divides two areas of land similar to a wall but made of wood or wire. It's look like compound wall made of wood or wire. Pavement. A flat part at the side of a road for people to walk on hollow. Pavement made for pedestrians. Hollow. Having a hole or an empty space inside an object. Hollow means empty. Existence. Being real or living, of being present. Existence means real or present. Ridicule. Make fun of somebody, something, or make them look silly. Ridicule means bullying. Magnificent. Extremely attractive and impressive, deserving prize, splendid. Magnificent means attractive and impressive. Resume. Begins again or continues after being interrupted. Interrupted means stopped. After stopping the work, if we continue the work, we can say resume. Dreading. To be very afraid of something, to fear that something bad is going to happen. Dreading means afraid of something bad going to happen. Now students, look at the chooses the correct answers from the options given. Number 1. What did Tom plan to do on a Saturday? Option A. Go to school. Option B. Do homework. Option C. Go for swimming. So you know that Tom planned to go for swimming. Second, Tom did not want the boys to see him whitewashing because they would. Option A. Make fun of him. Option B. Tell their teacher. Option C. Throw mud at the fence. So, right answer is make fun of him. Number 3. How did Tom make Ben and others paint the fence? Option A. By bribing them with money. Option B. By pretending painting to be fun. Option C. By threatening them. Right answer is by pretending painting to be fun. Number 4. Tom was really in wealth at the end of the day because. Option A. Many boys paid him. Option B. Aunt Polly gave him money. Option C. He sold the paint. Right answer is option A. Many boys paid him. Number 5. What did Aunt Polly give him for painting the fence? Option A. A doorknob. Option B. An apple. Option C. A new dress. Right answer option B. An apple. So students, we have question and answers. Look at this. First question. What was the name of Tom's aunt? Why was he living with his aunt? So you know that Tom's aunt's name, Polly. He was living with his aunt because of he lost his parents. Number 2. How did Aunt Polly prove that she was strict? Aunt Polly proved that she was strict because she made Tom to work even that was a holiday. Number 3. What work was assigned to Tom to do? To whitewash the fence. Number 4. Describe the feelings of Tom when his aunt asked him to paint the fence. He felt life was burdened and hollow. Number 5. How did Tom become rich with gifts by the end of the day? He made all the children to get a chance by taking a gift or prize. Number 6. What does it mean to spare the rod and spoil the child? It means if you neglect the child's behavior, his future will be spoiled. So, students, we complete all our grammatical or comprehension works. Now, fun time. Here, We have a conversation. Teacher, which one is closer, Sun or Africa? Bobby said, Sun. Teacher asked, why? Bobby said, we can see the sun, but we can't see Africa. Number 2. What day do the chickens hate most? Answer, Friday, because they were afraid of fry. We can make them fry. So they were afraid. The word fry, that is Friday. So students, I think you understood the lesson and enjoy the story. Practice the bits and question and answers. Write them in your notebook. Read them and practice them. Thanks for listening. Students, now you have here a small listening story. Its title Ubuntu. I am going to read the story. Listen carefully. An anthropologist, someone who scientifically studies human and their customs, beliefs and relationships, created a game for the African tribal children. He placed a basket of sweets near a tree and made the children stand 100 meters away. Then he announced that whoever reaches first would get all the sweets in the basket. When he said, ready, steady, go, do you know what these children did? They all held each other's hands, ran together towards the tree, divided the sweets equally among themselves, ate the sweets and enjoyed it. When the anthropologist asked them why they did so, they answered Ubuntu, which meant how can one be happy when the others are sad? Ubuntu in their language means I am because we are. Let all of us always have this attitude and spread happiness wherever we go. Students, now you have to answer some questions. Number 1. Who is an anthropologist? Someone, answer is someone who scientifically studies humans and their customs, beliefs and relationships. Number 2. What game did the anthropologist plan with the basket of sweets? A race. A race for the African tribal children. Number 3. What instructions did anthropologist give to the children to do? Whoever reaches first would get all the sweets in the baskets. Number 4. What did the children do on hearing the anthropologist's instructions? They all held each other's hands, ran together towards the tree, divided the sweets equally among themselves, ate the sweets and enjoyed it. Number 5. What does the word Ubuntu mean in the African tribal language? Ubuntu in the African tribal language means I am because we are. So students, this is the story for you. If you listen carefully, you can understand the answers to the given questions. Now, I want to give you it is homework for you. You write the answers and send me in our WhatsApp groups. Okay, children. Now I think you can understand a reading passage, reading story and listening story. You enjoyed that. Practice well. Thanks for listening.